It's day 21. It's push-up number 21 of the 222 days of push-ups, and looking at some of the WhatsApp and everybody that are out there putting in time into the business, it feels like it might be time to talk a little bit about the law of thirds. I know some people had some fantastic results. It's been awesome to see people getting 8, 9, 10 leads in a single day here, right still at the beginning of February. There's also some that have gone out and put some time in that's not been quite so successful. And I saw some people have some great days on a Saturday and then not so great days on the Sunday. And for me, the law of thirds is something that is a huge, huge part of not only this business, but everything. And what the law of thirds are to me is it means that a third of the time that you do something, it goes as you may have expected. So only a third of the time. Another third of that time, it's going to go way worse than you expected. And the other third, it's going to go way better. And the only way that you actually hit the plan at the end is to stick it out through the entire whole. So all three of the thirds. So if you start off and all of a sudden you're on fire, you hit your goal, and you go home, that means like the next 2 days might go as expected, worse than expected, and all of a sudden you miss your next week. You might go out and all of a sudden that first third that you have is the terrible third. If you quit, that phenomenal third was just around the corner and you've almost wasted your time out there. So again, it's the law of thirds. All you can control is the time and energy that's going into what you're doing, sticking to the original plan that you set for yourself. Let the results come where they do. And if you find yourself in one of those bad thirds, the way you get over it is by putting in a bit more time, and eventually you'll find yourself into one of those thirds that were better than you expected, makes up for the time that wasn't so great. So remember that, if you have a great day, it doesn't make you successful in one day. If you had a bad day, it doesn't make you unsuccessful in one day. You've still got the entire process to work your way through to get to wherever it is that you're going. So it's a law of thirds. You'll hear about it a lot. Everyone will experience it as you go through. You just got to stick to it, put in the time, get through the whole thing, and at the end is when you get to where you're going. So again, that's your law of thirds. For those that were around last year, you remember it. There's your push-up. And remember, attitude's everything. Momentum's happening. I know a lot of people moved it forward this weekend. Congrats. We'll talk to you tomorrow.